Hello, you YouTubers. J Buzzsaw 79 with a another deck profile up here for you. I know recently I just made a deck profile on Vampire D Heroes. However, it just wasn't really. No, this really wasn't getting the result I thought it would. So I started playing with it a little bit more. Concept of vamps and such, which led me to trying to do Dark World with vampires, and because I thought, get some of the bonus stuff that going ahead and saying, okay, well, gold and silver both fives, vampires are fives. Look at that, as luck would have it, it's 8 o'clock here in my house apparently. So. Damn wedding gift. Anyway, I'll move on. I tried to go ahead and do that, but it was just so many cards with Dark World and vampires. I didn't feel comfortable trying to make it and have it work well, which led me to start looking through cards, and I put a suggestion out at my locals at one point, and somebody had said, well, that's a bad idea, kind of thing. And then I revisited it the other day and added that into this deck, and this it's interesting now, and it gives it a really different feel to this vampires, and I think this could be next thing I take to locals and actually try out for the tournament. So let's get into it. So my newer vampire version, I guess, is what I will call this. But here we go. 3 Duke, because what? It's Duke. Duke is too good. You special summon Duke back from the grave, and you say, watch the spell or trap. Opponent's got to send that particular type of card from their deck to the grave. So that's pretty good. If he is, I just want to double check. Yeah, if he is normal summoned, you can target a dark vampire and special summon that into defense position. You'll use the effect Vampire Duke once per turn, and he cannot be used for easy summons except for dark monsters. So yeah, just something to keep in mind there. But you can do other things with them. 2 copies of the Shadow Vampire. When he is normal summon, you can special summon a dark vampire monster from your hand or deck, except himself. If you do that much, no one can attack. He cannot be used for anything other than dark Igsies. So basically, the usual idea I try to do is to tribute for him, special Duke, and then that gives you 2 5s that you can kind of do something with. So yeah. Next up, then, I'm also running 1 copy of the Vampire Vamp. I'd like to put 2 in here, actually. I think it's good enough for 2. I'm just not sure what I would take out at this point for it. I think most decks should probably run 2. And the reason I say that is because of the fact that her effect is just too good. And once she's out, people are going to just, lay into her and destroy her as fast as they can to not deal with her swapping thing. Which I think is too good, because there's a lot of monsters that are weaker, or stronger than her easily. I mean, a lot of monsters have, I would say, 22 to 2400 attack. 2400 attack points, very, very easily. So, the only question I have, and I haven't looked at an answer for this yet, is if Vampire Kingdom is out, does the monster that she grabbed then have to be over 2500 at that point, because her attack is 2500 with the with Kingdom. So I believe that is the case. I guess would have to double check, but I believe that would be the case because it's not her original attack and she doesn't say that. So, but alright, moving on. I run 3 Vampire Sorcerers. Vampire Sorcerers, just again, really good card. When sent from the to the grave by either battle or card effect, you can add a Dark Vampire or a Vampire Spell Trap card from the deck to the hand. You can banish this in your grave to let it count for if you tribute. So, really good. Good in that side of things, anyway. Then we're gonna do, whoa! Shot it across there. We're getting excited. 2 Pyramid Turtle, because it's freaking Pyramid Turtle. Pyramid Turtle fetches literally everything in this deck that is zombie based. I mean, every card it can grab. So that's really good. And especially to the field. It can even go for that Vampire Vamp if you need to. Like, if it's last monster attack, they hit the Pyramid Turtle, let's say, and then you can go grab Vampire Vamp, and they tell you to go. Well, gosh, it's on, because, yeah, you know, if you got, like, Sorcerer in the grave, you know, remove a Vampire Sorcerer, tribute out, and, like, you know, Shadow, excuse me, affect the Vamp, steal the monster, equip it to her, and just had some fun going to town then. So I have 2 of him. I also run 2 Mizukis. Mizuki, I only run at 2 because he's good, but I think any more than that, kind of it becomes not good because of the fact that basically you're pushing other monsters out by running like him and the Book of Life. If you run too many, yeah, you're getting stuff back from the grave, but it's almost losing the bonus or the plus. It's hard to explain for me, but that's how I feel about it anyway. Then we're gonna run the 2 Goblin Zombies. So that's another really good card to have in here. So, and then I do have a Zombie Master in here because it's freaking Zombie Master, and again, more pluses is always good. With Zombie Master, you can even pitch. You know, I mean, if you wanted to or had to, you could pitch Vampire Sorcerer to grab something else out. So, yeah. Alright, so that's where that ends. I do have 4 other monsters I have now added into this deck to make it, you know, like I said, to be the newer, better form so far that I play tested. And the card is Illblood. Illblood, my gosh, at one point when I was playing, Illblood was the hit, and everybody wanted Illblood, and everybody was playing some kind of monster mod, and half of them played like a zombie world, and so they make everything zombies, they get Illblood out, and then as they destroyed your stuff, they use Illblood to bring it back, and then, you know, and run an army, and then rush you, and they tribute off what they bring back to some monarchs, and it, you know, that was the thing. In the last several years, Illblood is just, you know, nobody wants it. They consider it poop now. I had made a comment to somebody at my local area about Illblood several days ago because they were trying to run something weird with like a hat variation they were thinking or something. I don't remember exactly. But as it were, I suggested Illblood, and they're like, "Oh, it's an okay card." I was like, "What?" I started running with it. This is where things kind of gets crazy for me, and you'll see as we get a little bit further in here. So Illblood, though, his effect, he is a Gemini, so you have to summon him again. But again, if you feel like Mizuki or something in the grave, and you've already gotten rid of Illblood through pitching or something, like you could go ahead, summon Zombie Master, pitch Illblood, and grab something else out, and then use Mizuki to special summon Illblood back, and then give him his effect by summoning him again as a Gemini, and he can go grab somebody else. And then the thing with Illblood is he is not restricted to like Zombie Master on level, so he can go grab, for example, Duke. So potentially, depending on how things went, you could sit there with Ill Blood and summon, special summon Duke every turn and use Duke's effect every single turn. So, just something for thought there. So moving on though, this is just like, just trying this out. This other part is I run 2 Psychic Commanders. The reason why is because there's a lot of 5s in here. And like no 6s because I don't have the D-Hero engine in here anymore. So how do you make the Diabolic Dragon without, 6s? So you have to go 3s. And so my thought was just trying to get little 3 tuners. That'd be really good that I could get in here and get summoned faster. So I've actually added the E Teleport Dad old school engine. So, but I'm running, instead of K-Bonds or Q-Bonds, whatever the hell they are, the other psychic tuner that everybody wants, Commander instead, because that hits 8 and that still gets that Dragon. So, and then moving on to spells, like I said, and there I run the 1 right now, which is Teleport. Just 1 is okay right now. Again, this is just something I'm play testing out, so I'd like to run a 2nd. I'd also like to run possibly the 3rd Commander. I might do that just to push the deck and run it at 42, maybe. Again, I want to get some more playtesting right now with it at 40 cards and just kind of see exactly where this is all going to line up. And now, unfortunately, I didn't have. I thought I had a couple of these, but I don't. And so I've proxied it so far. But these here, it's my proxies of Transmodify, because I don't know. I probably don't have any. I have to go buy some. But Transmodify, yeah. In this deck, it is just too good. Why people do not use this card is beyond me. Goblin Zombie, Transmodify into Duke. Effect then of Goblin Zombie, you get to go ahead and add a 1200 less defense monster from your deck to your hand. I mean, so you can go grab, gosh, nothing's coming to mind. Hell, you can go grab the Shadow Vampire, and then you're set to every time out the special summon a Duke next turn or something. The big play for me is like if you have Duke on the field or the Shadow Vampire, Transmodify into Ill Blood, and then you normal summon Ill Blood, you get his effect, and then like if you have Duke or something, you can special summon again. See, I mean, so that's when it gets really broken. Like I said, when you have Shadow Vampire or Duke on the field, you Transmodify into Ill Blood, and you special summon like a machine. Then that's when the deck just really seemed to pick up for me. So yeah, right now I only did 2 Transmodify. I don't know if I'd run any more than that as of yet, so we'll have to see there. Only 2 Book of Life because I've got 2 Mizuki, and I think, like I told you before, it's just too much to run any more than that. So there is a lot of removing from Vampire Sorcerer as well as the Mizukis. That's 5 cards that remove, so I can run one of the Burial from different dimension just to get them back if I need to for whatever reason. Triple MST because screw you, back row. I mean, I got Duke in there to try to hit some stuff as well, so that's alright. At one point, I actually had a lot of fun in the fact that I hit, I used MST, hit a card, used Duke to hit another one when he came back out. I summoned him off of Ill Blood, and then I had Shadow Vampire, Ill Blood, and Duke overlaid into the shark there, and detached so you could hit twice, and then killed the face down, smacked for 24. And then he said next turn, alright, effective Ill Blood, special summon Duke, again, shoot again. I mean, just constant barrage, and then Ill Blood himself is a 21. With the next card here, which you obviously know, Vampire Kingdom, Ill Blood becomes a 26 beater. So yeah, frickin' A. So, um, and then Kingdom, Effective Kingdom is one a gosh, sorry. When your opponent sends a card from their deck to the grave, I can go ahead and then send a Dark Vampire and destroy a card. So, yeah, that's awesome. Um, you know, Foolish Burial, because I can bury Illblood, which is awesome. That just makes it easier for, like I have Mizuki out, let's say, and like I could set Mizuki, Foolish Burial, Illblood, and get into my combo that way. Or I could Foolish Burial, Vampire, Sorcerer, or anything I need to kind of set the tone for the deck right away. To get out my kingdoms, obviously you run 2 of the takeovers, because takeover says if you have a zombie out, no field card, you can go ahead and activate it, get kingdom to the field, and then special summon a Dark Vampire from the grave to the field again. So you can go ahead and like if you have, let's say, I don't know, something out, I don't care what, your opponent sitting there and says, well, you go, okay, Vampire, take over. Just like that, by the way. Then you can go ahead and special summon Duke. Duke's effect goes off because it's after you get the kingdom. You special summon, so you can get kingdom, special summon Duke. Duke's effect goes off. Do your send, obviously, and then from there you can again transmodify. Target Duke, get Illblood, special summon Illblood, do the effect. I mean, just once it gets some steam, I mean, the deck does quite well actually. So, I'm running 2 chains because again, as I've said before, chain is good. Chains of love. And of course, again, bottomless compulse. I mean, that's kind of staple in there too. Last card, unfortunately, I can only run 1, and that's Eradicator. Epidemic Virus. I will try to squeeze in some deck debuts in here. Deck debut wouldn't be so bad, depending on when I get it and who I'm playing against. So, it's all that'd be so situational. In the match, one match I did play, I did get the Eradicator to go off, and what I did is they Dark Horde my Shadow Vampire, and I had Kingdom out, so I had to activate Eradicator Epidemic. It said Trap, and they had the other 3 cards that were face on were traps, so just bam. Excuse me. Wow, it's too early. So yeah, that was really good. Worked out really well for me, actually. So that's the deck profile on this new vampires I've made. Like I said, the Transmodify Illblood with that emergency teleport engine. Right now it's going really well. The fact that Transmodify Illblood, I can again drop Duke. Duke's effect goes off. Emergency teleport, Commander, and then go into Diabolic Dragon, and then still have like Diabolic Dragon, Illblood, and whatever else. So, the only thing that I've been considering adding in is perhaps, Cosmic Stardust Road. I think people should consider adding that in because of the fact that right now with Dark Hole, Regeki, and Torrential, that is right there alone. That is 3 cards everybody's playing generally, and yeah, Stardust, especially like something like this, is really awesome. only because of the fact that global protection once. So yeah, the only other card I would consider ever adding would be Destruction Jammer. That's a budget card that a lot of people I think have overlooked. Destruction Jammer says that if stuff would be destroyed by monster spell or trap card effect, you can pitch a card when you activate it, negate the effect, and destroy whatever is destroying your stuff. So yeah, that takes out those three. And in this deck it would be alright because I could pitch Illblood, I could pitch Sorcerer, Malicious. So yeah. As always, thumbs up, thumbs down. Like, don't care. Subscribe if you feel like it. I welcome comments, so feel free to leave those. I like feedbacks. And, if you don't want to subscribe and like, I ask always that you please at least share it to others. Get it out there. See what people think. So yeah, other than that, this is Jay Buzz Southern signing off. Thanks.